Exponents and powers. There are two ways to use our exponents and powers. The first way is to take an expression and turn them into exponents. And the second way is to evaluate the expression, which would be to solve. So let's look at number one. Number one wants us to write each expression using exponents. So what we're going to do is we're going to first identify common numbers. So for number one, there's a 3 and a 3. So the base would be 3, and there are two of them. So that'll be to the second power. Then there's only one m, so I can put m or I can put m to the first. Number 2, if you notice, I've got 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. I've got 3 of them. Now, what I need to do here is I'm going to do 1/4 to the third power. But I can't leave it like that, because if I do, that 3 is being applied to the 1, and I don't want 1 to the third power over 4. I want 1/4 3 times. So that's why I go ahead and I put my parentheses around the fraction. Now, as I move down, I notice that I see 2d, 5d, d5. The way that I want to rewrite my exponents is that I always want to go kind of in order. So I have two options. I can go alphabetical order if I have a whole bunch of letters, or I can go numerical order if I have numbers. So I'm going to go with the 2's first in this case. So I would go 2 times 5 to the 1, 2, because there are 2 of them, times d to the 1, 2, 3. And that would be my answer. Okay, now the other way to do it is when I'm given, over here on my example, I'm given 5 to the third power. So what I want to do is I need to look at how many of the base number I have. And so I look at my exponent. There are 5. 5 of what? 5 of my base. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two expressions are the same. This one has 5 3's. Right here are 5 3's. Now I'm going to solve my equation, or evaluate my expression. So I'm going to do this. This is 9. That's 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect these two. So that would be 27 times 9. I got from right there. 63, carry my 6. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6 is 24. So my answer would be 243. So 3 to the 5th power is the same thing as 243. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing on number 7. Number 7, there are -8 times -8 times -8 times -8. There are 4 of them, and I know that because that's what my exponent up here is. Now, in the case of the negatives, because it's inside the parenthesis, these two negatives form a positive, these two negatives form a positive. So my answer is going to be a positive. Let's see, that's 64 with those two 8's, 64 with these two 8's. So I'll just work that out. 16, 24, 25, 0. 24, carry my 2, 36, 38. So it looks like 6904. 4096. The last thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to evaluate the expression. Last thing I'm going to do is evaluate the expression. So I'm going to look at number 16. Number 16 says r to the third power. There we go. Now I can see it a little bit better. R to the third power minus s if r is 5 and s is 4. So really that's just telling me that I need to put a 5 in place of the r, so it's still going to be to the third power, minus s, which is equal to 4. So I need to take not 15 here, but 5 times 5, which is 25. That's 2 squared, times 5, which is 125 minus 4, so it would equal 121. Okay, so all I have to do is evaluate the expression. Is I need to put the value into the letter. Put the value into the letter.